Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about a both serious and strange topic. Now, I want to put a trigger warning here. We're going to be talking about stillbirth babies and grief generally. So if that is something that you do not want to see, I would consider skipping this video. So basically what happened was about, I think a week ago, someone tagged me on TikTok under someone else's account and said, you need to talk about this. And I ended up looking at said TikTok, and what I saw was so deeply disturbing. And before we get into the topic, I do want to say none of this is to shame this person. None of this is to police how people grieve deaths. None of this is a mockery. It's nothing negative, but it's more a question of concern rather than, other videos where it might be critique or where we might be having a laugh. This is really a question of concern because when I came across these videos, or TikToks rather, I should say, I genuinely had to take a moment and step back and think about how this possibly could be fake, because I was hoping it was fake, because it being real is frankly extremely tragic. The account is called lex.is with a bunch of S's. She has 107.5 thousand followers, which is a lot. Recently, this person, I don't know what their pronouns are, they haven't said, so I'm gonna say she. She was pregnant, and unfortunately and tragically, she had a stillbirth baby. Like I said, I'm in no position to tell people how to grieve, what to do, how to cope, all of that stuff. I don't know. Everyone has their own thing. The thing is, it became concerning when she began to post TikToks, kind of doing TikTok dances with said baby who is deceased, dancing around holding that baby, and it went on for a couple of weeks. Now it seems like she's posting regular TikToks, so hopefully maybe she's gotten some kind of grief support or help or whatever it is. But in that time, she was posting TikToks dancing around with her deceased baby, and it was very unsettling, just because we can all try to imagine, all of us who haven't gone through that, we can all try to imagine what she was going through mentally. But it was still surreal because it's like, someone's going through something traumatic, they're going through something tragic, and then they're also posting TikToks about it, which could be a coping mechanism, but at the same time you wonder, like, what's going on here? So I'm going to show you some of those TikToks here. I might have to censor the music because you guys know copyright as always.
I have anxiety. That means I'm in my shell and have a hard time expressing myself. I find it difficult to engage with others.
So in this first TikTok, she makes the point of saying that she uses dark humor to cope, and with that, I can relate because I think my entire family does the same thing. I just think that what's going on here is further than dark humor. It's more severe, and I think dark humor can be really helpful, but at the same time, it depends on how you use it, in the sense of, if you are keeping the corpse of your child and dancing with it on TikTok, that's not dark humor. To me, that says, like, you need support, psychological support, and there's nothing to be embarrassed about with that. Everyone, I think, in my opinion, everyone, I think, at some point needs psychological support. So that seemed off to me, and that made me think that maybe this person didn't really realize what they were putting out there is deeply disturbing to other people. Like, maybe, when you internalize things so much that to you they seem normal, but then to other people they're like, oh, I think that was it, and that also concerned me.
Hi, I'm Kim Kardashian West.
I'm gonna cry playing here. You don't think I feel bad? I feel sad.
I hate my sisters. Never want to look at their ugly faces again.
Don't be rude.
So these last few TikToks I showed you, those are the ones that really had me kind of nauseated because, first of all, like I said, I can't imagine the grief, I just can't imagine losing a child. It's not something I can relate to at all, so I cannot imagine the feelings that this woman is having. At the same time, doing like viral TikTok dances or dances that kind of go with viral songs feels wrong, not only because it can come off as exploitative, but aside from that, it's like, it seems like there's a disconnect from the reality of this child needs to be buried, cremated, whatever you want to do in terms of the child's death. But to dance around with it like that is really alarming because, I mean, how would we react if someone did this with like an adult corpse? You know, if you think about it that way, then it's a lot easier to contextualize and say, okay, yeah, something's wrong. Aside from that, people were pointing out the fact that under a lot of these videos, she was putting like hashtag for you page, hashtag viral, which made it more sinister because it made it seem like, you know, if this is your coping mechanism, although I don't understand it and many others don't, if it's your coping mechanism, what can we do? But if it is you dancing around to a viral song and then hashtag viral, hashtag for you page, and you really want people to see it, which I think is already wrong because to a lot of people this is very disturbing, let alone people who have had stillbirths, have lost children in some way, shape, or form. It becomes creepier because you wonder why would you want this to go viral? You know, like if it's a coping mechanism, it should be done for you and your own betterment, for your own peace of mind, whatever you want to call it. Whereas here with the viral hashtag, a lot of people are like, there's something wrong. And frankly, a lot of people were mentioning psychosis, and I can't diagnose that. I don't know if that's the case. I'm just mentioning, people mentioned that. Whether that's the case or not, only a doctor could tell. But aside from that, the fact that there's this kind of lightheartedness with this very morbid subject is something I can relate to in the sense of anyone who has morbid humor can relate in some respect to something like really horrible happening and you trying to laugh about it to get through it. But this, why did it have to be public, A? B, we also have to talk about hygiene here. There's a reason that, you know, people can't hold on to dead bodies of their loved ones. And the fact that she was kind of using her daughter as a prop in these dances, not to say that she thinks of her as a prop, but that's how it looks like from the outside, is really kind of scary. And I really hope that this person gets help because it's clear to me that something is very, very wrong. And of course, people called her out saying like, why would you post this? And in fact, even TikTok, if you scroll down to a bunch of the videos, they have the censoring, you know, where it's all blurred out and there's like an eye with like a cross on it and you have to click and you have to click again and accept to watch it because it is categorized as disturbing content. And I think that's the question a lot of people have is like, you can cope whatever way you need to cope, hopefully it being healthily coping, but why does this have to be online? Like, why are you making this public? What is the reason? And honestly, I just hope this person gets help because I really think that putting this out publicly is like a cry for help. I think putting this out publicly is a way to show I'm not okay. I need for someone, you know, psychologist, a psychiatrist, I need for someone to be there to support me through this horrible time. I think a lot of people take it less seriously because it's put on TikTok, so it seems kind of like a mockery. Not that that's how she necessarily feels, but that's what it could look like to the outsider. Anyways, guys, you can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and let's get right into the fan art.